Sí, porque eso es la salida. Balde tranquilizador de Stanley Parable. A ver.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the
Madre
many
mía, qué épico.
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it
A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a ver.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing
Sí,
despair,
sí,
must
sí,
already
sí.
be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Madre mía, tremenda, tremenda publicidad. Uy, que me he quedado enganchada. Tremenda publicidad, colega. Ah, que me llevo el cubo, me lo llevo. Me lo llevo. Destroy all humans. Sí, me suena, pero no lo he jugado.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't
Sí,
already.
sí, sí. Debería verlo, debería verlo. Vale, ¿por dónde estaba la salida? Me lo quiero llevar. No, el botón que dice Jim. Círculo de salto. ¿Dónde estaba la salida? Exit, la E. Yo estoy aquí, vale. ¿Salida por aquí? Vale, por aquí. ¿Lo tienes en la lista? Pues probablemente. Si te soy sincera, es probable que sí.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
¿Qué cojones? Sí, pero yo me llevo el cubo, narrador. El cubo es mío. Le he cogido cariño.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
No, hombre, pero me has quitado el cubo, desgraciado. Bueno, igual al entrar. Te acabas de
This
perder.
is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building
No puede ser,
where he was
no.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat
Van a
at his
estar
desk
todas
in
las
room
mierdas que
427
he
and
visto.
he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a
Sí, todos los globos.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bueno,
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Tornadores, ahora sí estamos en The Stanley Parable 2.
No matter
Una de
how
las
hard
nuevas
Stanley
criaturas
looked,
son los
he couldn't
globitos.
find a trace of his co-workers.
Y hay coleccionables, hay que buscarlos. Hostia, tío. Casi 2 horas y media. Va a llegar a este. Madre mía. Va a dar. Esto también es nuevo. ¡El cubo!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
¡El cubo! Mi cubo. Mi cubo de compañía. Ay, companion cubo. Ay, Dios mío. Las referencias, tío. Ah. Yo no he roto nada. Yo simplemente he elegido cosas.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Sí. Yo a tope con mi cubo. Tiene que abrirse la puerta.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Sí. Yo sí. A donde sea, pero con mi cubo.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No!
You can feel that, can't you? The
No.
aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can
Huevo.
really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
No.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
Es mi cubo.
This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined.
Sí.
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner?
Me está enfadando el armario de la
Go
limpieza,
on,
tío.
Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Mirad, hijos de puta. Llevo con este cubo 10 minutos.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Más información. Toma.
There.
Toma.
Now it's settled.
I
No more
win
debate,
the fucking
no more
game.
discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Imbéciles. Es mi cubo.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
No puedo. I can't. Sí, es una referencia al cubo de compañía.
I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Exacto. Mi cubo. Por de puta.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Está claro que es un cubo, lo pone la pegatina, está claro. Quiero hacer el final bueno con mi cubo. ¿Podría hacer algo en el baño con el cubo? Voy. ¿Lo puedo llenar de agua? ¡Eh! ¡El coleccionable!
Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Increíble. Magnífico juego, 10 de 10. Chiquillos, pero no soy tan agresivo cerrando la puerta. ¡Eh! Estaba aquí. Jeje. A ver. Vale, esta no se abre ahora. Entonces no puedo entrar al ascensor.
Stepping
Tengo que venir
into
por
his
aquí.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Mi cubo.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
O sea, que no puedo ponerlo. Ah, sí puedo.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Por
Was it
supuesto.
the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Siempre.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Lo veo aquí como puntitos. Pero es el teléfono, coño. El juego ha mejorado un 200% desde que tengo el cubo. Ay, os juro que estoy llorando desde la risa, de verdad, Os lo prometo. Me hace muy feliz tener un cubo de compañía.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
¡Ay, coño!
It would be all
¡Qué susto!
Stanley could do to
¿De
keep
quién ha sido la
himself
raíz?
together, if
Muchas
not for the
gracias,
bucket.
señor Anderson.
Soothing him, comforting him,
¿Qué tal los
reassuring
ganchos
that
hoy?
in this
¿Has estado
darkest
jugando los
moment of
ganchos?
uncertainty,
Uy,
he would
espérate, porque quiero usar lo de promo. A ver si... Ah, está jugando al Fornite.
be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
¿Y qué tal los tiritos? Que había cosas nuevas en el Fortnite. Ahí el Fortnite. Tío, me he vuelto a comer el mismo susto que antes.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
¿Qué hacemos, cubo? ¿Vamos al estado de al control mental o escapamos? ¿Cubo? ¿Cubo? Cubo, ¿me vas a salvar la vida si vamos por la vía de escape? Cubo, por favor, dime cosas. Cubo, por favor. No sé qué hacer, Cubo. No sé qué hacer. Vamos a lo del control mental. Venga, con el cubo me siento segura.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Wow. No tengas miedo, yo estoy contigo.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
¡No, hombre!
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into
No,
tears
no
as
llores,
Stanley
cubo.
cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Lo voy a mecer. Lo voy a mecer que no llore. Pobrecito cubo. Mi cubo.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the
¿Cómo?
bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No, hombre.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
No, hombre. Cubo. Cubo. A ver, necesitamos tener una conversación tú y yo. No me puedes. No me puedes estar traicionando así. No me puedes traicionar. O sea, Cubo, tú y yo somos uña y carne. Somos una única persona. Cubo, yo sin ti no soy nada. Sin ti no soy nada. Una gota de lluvia rozando mi cara. Venga. Cubo, vamos allá.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
¿Cómo?
His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Nunca.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Así es.
They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Tengo un cubo anarquista. Vale, a ver. ¿Qué coño tengo que hacer aquí? ¿Pulsar el botón rojo? Seguro que no. Hay luces, pero... O sea, esto en el Stanley 1 era totalmente diferente. Entonces... aquí está el... Aquí hay el botón 5. Pero realmente no sé...
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Cubo, ¿estamos preparados? ¿Estamos preparados para esto? Ha sido mi amigo siempre. Mi mejor amigo. Ay, Dios mío.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes!
Dios.
They had done it.
Me estaba sonando a
Stanley and the
opening de
bucket had
anime, no sé
defeated
por
their
qué.
greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
¡No!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, who go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be
Pero no
trapped
podemos ser
eternally in
libres.
darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Mi cubo. Mi cubo. Me han quitado el cubo, tío. Me han quitado mi puto cubo. Tío. Estoy ahora mismo muy trastornada. Necesito mi cubo. Necesito mi cubo tranquilizante. O mi cubo de compañía. La verdad es que no me esperaba para nada tener al cubo. O sea, no sé. Este final no me lo esperaba para nada. Tampoco me esperaba que no me dejaran irme sin el cubo.